Well, welcome everybody. We love seeing you guys out here. It is Knott Scary Farm in July, right here, right now. Welcome everyone. My name is Jeff Tucker. I am an entertainment supervisor here. I do a million things on farm, but what you guys probably know me best, I'm the Haunt Facebook guy. And what that means is I sit in a dark office somewhere late at night, and I ticky-tack on the keyboard, and I tease you all with what's coming up for Halloween Haunt. Usually it's in the middle of summer, everyone's at the beach having a good time. I'm in a dark office somewhere, fighting the trolls on the internet. I recognize some faces here tonight. And usually, it's a solitary affair where I announce what's coming up for Haunt, and it takes weeks, right? It's like waiting for Christmas in February, right? Well, I'm excited to say that tonight, by the end of this very quick hour, you will know everything that's coming up for Haunt 2013. All the mazes, all the shows. I love you too. And I think someone you know is here tonight. Anybody a fan of Elvira? She arrived in the Macabre Mobile hours ago. She's been ensconced in a dark lair somewhere getting ready for tonight's show, and she will not disappoint. She is quite amazing. She is the reason for Halloween, apparently. And we're very excited. I couldn't be more excited. I get to share this Halloween event with everybody today. It's fantastic with 2,000 of my closest friends. So we're going to give you the rundown here. We're going to go down all the stuff that we got going on. We're going to bring out some very cool people. And we're just going to say, what a testament to you guys, the fans, that on a very warm, rainy, of all days, rainy, it's as if the haunt gods in the sky said, Halloween Haunt today, Knott Scary Farm, I will make it rain. And I should tell you that this room is not air conditioned. That's chills. It's true. There are a few ingredients to make a really good Scary Farm event here at Knott Scary Farm. You need monsters, yes. We saw some running through here. We have the most dedicated monsters in the industry. We have guys who wait all year long just for the 6 or 7 weeks of Halloween on Knott Scary Farm, and we're so proud of the work that they do. It takes fans like you to come out and support an event that we do. We love all of our fans. I love talking with you on Facebook for the most part. This year, Knott Scary Farm is celebrating the 41st Haunt. That's an amazing milestone. We are the biggest Halloween event in the industry. Oh, an industry that we invented in 1973. We have some legends here tonight who were there for that first Haunt, and we have 40 years of history to build upon. We could not be more excited, and we could not be more reverential of the honor that has of building upon all the work that so many people have done throughout the years. And that being said, I'm going to introduce the people who are helping to bring Haunt alive this year. The designers of Knott Scary Farm 2013 are right over here. If we could bring them out, please give them a warm Scary Farm round of applause. Everybody. Daniel Miller, Gus Kruger, Laura Hanneman. Dare I say that the 4 people over there are responsible for millions of nightmares every year. along with the 12,000 monsters we hire every year. So we welcome you all. We're happy to meet the designers. Let's give it up for them one more time. Come on. And we're going to dive right in. Are you ready? Let's talk about the returning mazes for Scary Farm 2013. Now, some of these have been announced online, so they won't be surprised. But, you know, like a surprise party that you know is coming, you can go, oh, wow. Let's hear it every more time. Everybody go, oh, I almost believe it. All right, the first returning maze is Trick or Treat. This is your baby, Brooke. Go ahead.
Well, in this maze, you get to visit the witch's house. You get to get up close and personal with her, her tricksters, and of course, all the dead children she killed.
So, light stuff.
Light stuff.
Yeah. All right, Trick or Treat's got new surprises this year.
Absolutely, new surprises in all the
Yeah.
mazes.
Whenever a maze returns, there's always something added to it to give the fans who were there last year something to look forward to. All right, our next returning maze is Pinocchio on Throne. And this is the brainchild of the very demented Daniel Miller.
Pinocchio on Throne follows the traditional story of Pinocchio and how he goes through. This one's different though. This one takes place later, where he's been denied by the Blue Fairy, and he collects dead bodies to cover his skin. So it's kind of grotesque. It's really twisted and fun.
I like that you give the long list. It's grotesque, it's crazy, and fun. I like that. He's gonna stretch skin all over himself. I love that. All right, and the next returning maze is Delirium.
Delirium is, you enter the mind of Deborah Rose, a psychotic patient in an asylum, and you kind of go through and live her nightmares. So it's all these twisted nightmares. It's really grotesque. We've had a couple of things this year new, but you have to go through it to experience it.
Delirium's very popular. Anybody Delirium fans out here? Any monsters here who work Delirium? Right here! He's like, I'm the guy! We love you. All right. The next returning maze is Endgames.
Endgames was designed by the lovely Brooke Walters. Last year I took it over, we moved it, we reconfigured it. This year we'll stay in the same location, but we've added a couple new wrinkles to it. So, in case you're unfamiliar with the theme, it's a post-apocalyptic world where the rich send the slaves to kill, fight. It's a gladiator arena for their enjoyment. And if you're a guest and you take a wrong step, you might wind up being the one that gets killed in the arena.
New World Order!
At no other theme park event can you promise death like that. Take me.
And it's fun.
And it's fun, right? All right, is that, how many more? Do we have another returning maze, or is that it?
No, there's more.
There's more? What's the next one? The Slaughterhouse. The Slaughterhouse holds the distinction right now of the longest running maze currently at Con. Am I correct?
That is correct.
That is correct, and it went through a major change. So tell us about Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse is another maze that I inherited this year. I seem to do a lot of that. Slaughterhouse, basically the story is you're visiting Uncle Willie's dining room, his little resort. But when you go backstage, you find out that the beef on the menu is probably not what they advertised it to be. A little tastier. So it's like
hometown buffet. It is really good, right?
Well, it's like hometown buffet, but the mysteries are actually answered in the Slaughterhouse.
They invite you back to the kitchen.
Just don't take the invite.
All right, Slaughterhouse, very nice. Is there another returning maze?
Yeah!
The Witch's Keep. Now, a lot of people are like, returning maze? Witch's Keep? Last year, the mine ride was decorated and adorned as the Witch's Keep. It wasn't advertised, it was a nice little bonus. And this year it's back in full glory. Tell us about the Witch's Keep.
Well, last year, for those people who actually did go through the Witch's Keep at Knott when they found out it was themed, the Witch's Keep continues the story of the Green Witch. She went on a journey. She found this cavern and there was a spiritual energy there. She was able to harness that energy through the cauldron, and she uses the power of that to possess and enslave everyone in the mine to do her bidding.
Nice. The Witch's Keep is returning, right?
It sure is. It's right there.
I love that. I heard somebody shout out a maze, so we're gonna have a moment of silence, please. Dia de los Muertos is no more.
But you will be able to see it at Great America.
Oh, well, you take a trip up north and like, wow, it's just like at Knott's. All right, is there another returning? And that's the last returning maze. Now, the next one says new mazes, right? All right, don't move past that. Is there anybody here who wants to see what's new for 2013? A couple of people in the back. All right. These guys have been working overload for months on brand new terror, brand new mazes for 2013. I'm so excited for what's about to appear on the screen. Are you guys ready? I feel like the demented Jerry Lewis. Let's go to the tote board. The Dominion of the Damned. Long live the King.
Well, last year for the 40th, we did Dominion of the Dead because it was one of our most popular mazes that we had done in the past. But this year, we brought in a guest designer, Orion McFadden.
Let's hear it for Orion.
And we wanted to give it a new face. We focused on the king in this. We added a little more horror, a little more goth. We adopted a deja vu theme, so you get to go through one room and be seduced, and then in the very next room, which looks the same, you're going to get murdered, essentially, by our very scary vampires. So it's basically a brand new maze this year, which is super cool.
Brand new. Everybody's furiously Twittering and Facebooking, and there's one guy back there on a dialing phone. It won't go through. This just in. Dominion of the Damned. There's a guy on the other end going, they had that last year. Dominion of the what? Damned. Oh, okay. All right, the next new maze for 2013 is Forevermore. Now, this one got announced via Facebook, so as exciting as it is, it's even more exciting because we get the designer herself to tell us all about Forevermore.
So last year during Haunt, I knew that Terror of London was going away, so I started to think about what I wanted to do to replace it. And Edgar Allan Poe came up. Nobody's ever done this on the West Coast. But then I was presented with the challenge to make it modern. And that very clearly led me to creating a serial killer, who is the Forevermore killer. And he is going ahead and killing people in the way of Edgar Allan Poe. It's going to be extremely gory. You're going to get to see all of the stories you know, some of the stories you don't, but in a brand new, very modern, and very horrific light.
There's a child out there terrified already. It's like, it's just a maze, man.
Lots of gore.
Forevermore. Now, this is the second maze you've done involving a serial killer. Does anybody know the first maze Brooke did that had a serial killer? That she made up, not Jack the Ripper. Doll Factory, the marionette murderer, right? Dude, Doll Factory.
Bring it down. All
right. You ready for the next one? It's brand new. It's never been shown anywhere. Are you ready? Here we go. It is Black Magic. Brand new for 2013 Scary Farm. Daniel Miller, everybody.
Well, the concept of black magic happened last month. I saw a documentary on Harry Houdini, And I was really fascinated by the story of him going through seances and him really interested in the occult. And he whispered a word to his wife, and he said that if I die, I will tell you this word through a medium. And every year after his death, around 1930s, he would go and, or she would go and try to make contact with Harry Houdini. But the concept we came up with was, why don't we take an old magic theater and actually have him come through with all these magic or illusionists that are demonic. And so you get a tour of this burnt out theater that's really grotesque and gory as well, and you get to see all of his kind of magic tricks that have gone wrong. And it's a really cool kind of Art Deco style. I'm going to have lots of fun with it.
I've seen Daniel working on this maze, and the drawings are not pretty. I mean, they're horrific, right? This is a really horrific maze. You know, Houdini is back, and he's really upset. All right, you ready for one more? Yeah! Brand new for 2013 is the Gunslinger's Grave. A brand new maze concept I'm going to let Gus tell you all about.
Well, the Gunslinger's Grave is set in the year 1883 in the Old West. It's a town that nobody's ever heard of, so don't look it up. Basically, you've got a corrupt mayor who's hired the Red Hand Gang to kill a local gunslinger who got way too close to the mayor's corruption. So he sent the gang out, they burned down his house, they killed his family, and they thought they killed the gunslinger, but they were wrong. So he's not dead, he's pissed off, and he's on his way to get some revenge. So you, as a guest, will get to walk in the footsteps of the gunslinger on a path of revenge throughout the Old West.
Now, you were telling me about this earlier. There is a really cool concept in it about buildings versus outside. Can you describe that? Because that's worth telling.
As a matter of fact, I can. The cool thing about this maze is, first and foremost, yes, there's a lot of, there's cowboy stuff in Knott's Berry Farm. I know that comes as a shock to you guys. But
what?
I know, it's crazy. But here you're going to see the Old West in a light you've never seen before. It's not set in a supernatural world like Ghost Town is. This is real people doing real stuff, real dirty, real nasty, real scary. And the cool part is when you do walk through this will be at the lake location where Fallout Shelter used to be. When you are inside a building, you're actually inside a building. And when you walk outside, you will be walking outside. So you're going to have the difference when you're outside, you're going to feel dirt beneath your feet. When you're inside, you're going to feel that wood beneath your feet. So that's something we really haven't been able to do here in the past, and I think it's going to be really exciting and cool for everybody.
Fantastic, Gus. The one thing I should say as we're going through these is that the concepts that these guys come up with are totally original. They are made, and they're grown right here at Knott's Scary Farm. There are mythology and lore and legends, and it's challenging because you're not basing it on a movie property or a video game. It's actually from the minds of the designers, and that frees them up to do anything they want to do. Am I right? There are no limitations. And a lot of the special effects that you see in the mazes are, 99% of them are created right here for us. So it's not an off-the-shelf, you know, pop out, go something. It's something that Gus has gotten with the designers. This is what I'm looking for. The mechanical people, which are geniuses, get together and put it all together. So it is a testament to the incredible hard work that they do in the middle of summer to make something scary in fall. So we give it up for the designers. And yeah. And all the hard-working people behind the scenes who are building stuff right now. We had a heat wave. Forevermore is going up right now during the heat wave. So the only Forevermore out there is the heat. All right. What's next? Mirror, mirror. I know everybody's like, wait a minute, I thought I heard about a gun maze, but the mirror maze, I don't know. Brand new, tell us about the mirror maze.
Well, the mirror maze is actually it's quite unique. Several fans have come up to me and asked, Well, it's called a maze. Why can't you get lost? In this one, you can actually get lost.
Which is nice because a lot of people tell me to simply get lost.
So the theming behind it is the Green Witch has found a cursed mirror, has cursed a mirror, and anyone who peers into it is sucked into this world of mirror and mechanical doodads and
Machinery.
machinery. So
Steampunk.
Yes, I like
very-
dads.
it's very steampunk and it's very cool. Again, you can get lost, but there's definitely haunt touches to it, and it's